Hi everyone, I'm hoping you're having a good holiday break and you're enjoying yourself, and I look forward to seeing you back on Monday the 6th of January where we'll have another maths class. Yes, this is the maths lesson for your hybrid learning, and I know in our last maths class I said to make sure that your workbook is finished all the way through to the end of page 79. But now we've got some more maths work to do, and I will tell you later in this video about what page you should finish to. But first, before I continue with maths, just to make sure everyone remembers about the science project. So your science project is due for presentation on Tuesday the 7th of January, so make sure you're ready for that. Someone asked me on the line group about the time and does it include the introduction. So no, it doesn't include the introduction. You introduce yourself first during your presentation, and then the 2 minutes start after your presentation. Okay, so I'll make sure that the time is correct and you have 2 minutes to go through all your things that you need to talk about, and make sure you do talk about them, not read from notes. Certainly you can look at notes a little bit during your presentation, but I want you to talk to the class about your chosen animal and about all the information I've asked for you. Make sure your poster is very colourful, lots of pictures, not so many words, more pictures and colourful, which will add to your presentation. Like I said during your last presentation, people do not read your poster too much. They're looking more at the pictures and what it includes. Okay, so that's the science one. Back to maths. So remember last class we were doing the two methods for calculation. So the continuing part of this work is doing that as well. So what we did, remember, so there's page 79 with the last answer, as you can see now on your screen. Oops. So go back and have a look again, back to page 77, so you know the difference between method 1 and method 2. Okay, that's very important because you may need to use both of them, all right, for the next part of your work. One thing when you're doing this is make sure you read the question and understand the question properly. So with that example, remember in that one that you saw, this is back on page 76 now, you have to understand what the question's asking you first before you go into it, okay? That's the main problem I think a lot of you have, that you just go and look at the numbers and try and do it yourself. That way, try and do it quickly. That's not the case at all. I'm hoping that all of you do have your maths workbook. If you do not have your maths workbook, you may have to get your friend to take a picture of the workbook and send it to you so you can at least do it on paper, because I'll be checking this work on Monday to make sure that you've finished it. All right, the next part of what you need to learn is on page 80, and this is called word problems finding percentage. So in the example on page 80, again, like I've been talking to you about, we need to understand the question first. So let's look at this question first in the example. It says Nick gets a 50 baht allowance per day. Okay, so maybe his mum or dad gives him 50 baht every day. Not too bad. But he spends 15 baht on lunch. What percentage of his allowance, of the 50 baht, does he spend on lunch? So that's what we have to do first, understand the question. And that's what clarify the problem means. It's understanding the question, and you go through all those points so you understand the question. You can plan it, you can read that as well. And then you go to the actual writing of your answer, execute the plan. There's the two methods, as you can see on the screen now or in your book, how you do it. Remember, with method 1, you're getting it down to 1. Bring everything back down to 1. So the 50 baht, change it to 1 baht, and then divide the 15 baht for lunch by the 50, because 50 divided by 50 is 1. So you'd have to do the same with the 15. And to do that, we just make that a fraction, 15 over 50. Once we get it down to 1, then we can, to make it into a percentage, we use the number 100. That's the most important thing to remember about percentages. You have to bring everything to 100, okay? And you can see how that works out with method 1. Method 2, same sort of thing, except we are just using the fraction, multiplying it by the 100 to get the percentage, and we work out how much it is. In this case, the 30 baht happens to be 30%, all right? Please, if you've got any questions with any of this, please don't hesitate to send me a message and I'll try and help you. So what you need to do, there's another example also on page 81, as you can see. Same sort of thing. This time it's not 100 anymore. We're talking about this person's Wendy. She scored 136 out of 160 on a maths test. What was her percentage score? And this is what I do with all your tests. I often do this. I work it out the same way, okay? And we execute the plan. Okay, so she got 136 out of 160. Let's make it a percentage, and that's how you do it, the method 1 and method 2, looking at that, okay? So what you'll need to do now is page 82 and 83 for your work, okay? Page 82 and 83 from your workbook, all right? So that's what I'll be checking on Monday. So I will amend later on Dojo that I'll need to see your workbook on Monday. So it's all finished up until the end of page 83. All right, I hope everyone understands that. I hope everyone is enjoying their holidays, like I said. That's it for this maths class. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.